Hello everyone, back tuning into the 5th May Day Bank Holiday Weekend update. So done 4 updates so far. Started these just over a week ago. They started off a bit grim really, started off a bit cool and unsettled, but as we've gone along, the situation has improved. And the last update, the update that we did on Friday, which was the 4th update, that had a lot of mainly dry and warm weather associated with it. It looked like we was in a bit of a trend for a dry and warm May Day Bank Holiday weekend. So we'll see what the 5th update has to say in a moment, see whether that trend is maintained or whether we have a downwards trend. You'll find out very shortly. But very on that, just to say that there have been 2 videos so far today. So the first video was our Summer 2018 Analogues update. That video is currently on the homepage and will very soon be placed onto the Summer updates page, and there'll be a written summary going over everything that we discuss in our Analogues update. Also, the Gazweb Sunny Roundup has been released today as well. That was released just after lunch, and so that's your usual eclectic mix of this and that for your sunny afternoon viewing pleasure. We start off having a detailed look at tomorrow's wet weather that's coming up for the southeast, and could be a little bit of snow associated with that as well. So have a look at the Sunny Roundup. And also have a look at the 7th Summer Analogues update and see what you think to those updates. But we're going to get on now with the 5th May Day Bank Holiday Weekend update. So we're starting again, as we have been doing throughout all of these updates, on Friday the 4th of May, which is of course just a few days away now. So this is a getaway for the Bank Holiday weekend, of course. And we find that it's looking pretty decent again. We've got a ridge from the Azores high building in across the UK. The jet stream, therefore, is being shoved up to the north, and it's still a bit unsettled for the north. We've still got a bit of westerly flow up there, but for England and Wales, we're under quite a nice looking ridge. There's our upper air temperatures for Friday, and they're looking reasonably warm, especially so down in the south. Now, I haven't shown you these before for these updates, but this is depicting clouds. So where we've got these white sort of mottled areas, that's where we've got quite thick cloud. Where we have just sort of black areas, that's where there isn't any cloud. So you can see there's quite a bit of cloud around for Friday. That's, I suppose, is a bit of a fly in the ointment, particularly for the north and west. Brighter skies over in the east. It doesn't look like necessarily we're talking about wall-to-wall sunshine, but I would have thought certainly bright or sunny spells, particularly for southern and eastern parts of the country. Also, a mainly dry day, might be a few showers in the northwest, also coming down into Northern Ireland, but essentially, particularly for England and Wales, we are looking at more or less a dry Friday. And the temperatures on Friday, pleasantly warm, most places up to around average, 15 degrees in the north to sort of 16 or 17 down in the south. In any brighter, sunnier skies over in the east, we're suggesting around 18 or 19 degrees. So actually a little bit above average, that for the early part of May. Pleasantly warm, particularly so in comparison to what we've had recently. So this is day 1 of the Bank Holiday weekend. It's Saturday the 5th of May, and we find that, again, we've got a nice extension from the Azores high building in across the country. So it looks like the trend that we had in Update 4 is maintained for Update 5. Still a bit unsettled up to the northwest. You're closer to the jet stream up there, so northern western parts of Scotland prone to more unsettled conditions, but most parts of the country under that very nice looking ridge of high pressure. The temperatures, upper air temperatures, they are looking pleasantly warm through most parts of the country. Again, this is depicting clouds, so for Scotland, Northern Ireland, possibly parts of Wales, we have got more in way of cloud coming through there. But for actually the bulk of England, looks like I've got pretty decent sunny spells coming through. So increasingly sunny across the south and the east, more cloud in the north and the west. And of course, now we're bringing this into a reliable time frame of the GFS, we can start looking at detail such as cloud and precipitation in much more detail. So that's why I'm starting to include this in tonight's 5th update. So more cloud in the north and west, decent sunny spells coming through in the south and the southeast. It's mostly dry again. Could be a little bit of showery rain in the northwest of Scotland, but the bulk of the country is looking dry on Saturday and pleasantly warm. So temperatures across England and Wales ranging from around, say, 14 to 20 degrees. 21 or 22, that's 72 Fahrenheit, being suggested for central London. Up in the north, Scotland and Northern Ireland coming out between around 12 and 15 degrees Celsius, although 19 is being suggested for the east of Scotland on the Moray Firth. Then we go through to Sunday, and again, we've got a nice extension from the Azores side across England and Wales. A little bit more unsettled across Scotland, so there's a weather front that's moving in towards Scotland on Sunday, the 6th of May, and that is bringing probably a band of cloud and rain, also a freshening wind to Scotland. But most parts of the country, again, are under this ridge of high pressure. Upper air temperatures are looking pleasantly warm across most parts of the country, and really good sunshine as well. So northern Scotland, western Scotland and Northern Ireland got more cloud there, but look at England and Wales, there's hardly any white area at all by Sunday. So we're talking about almost unbroken sunshine actually for much of England and Wales. Absolutely sparkling day, and again mainly dry. There's rain coming into northwest Scotland and Northern Ireland associated with that area of low pressure to the north of Scotland, but the majority of the country is looking dry and very sunny, and so temperatures are warm. They're up to around 21 degrees quite widely now across central and eastern parts of England. A maximum of 23 being suggested for London at 73 Fahrenheit. You can tend to add on a degree or two to these temperatures, so I wouldn't be totally ruling out 25, 77 Fahrenheit in central London on Sunday, but more widely talking about sort of upper teens, low 20s, in good sunny spells and light winds. It's going to feel very warm. You'll notice Scotland and Northern Ireland are cooler. That's because there's more cloud and a freshening wind moving in there. And then we go through to Bank Holiday Monday itself. Monday the 7th of May maintains high pressure over the country. So again, a lot of dry weather. Most places look like they're going to have a dry Bank Holiday weekend from start to finish. So a really, really good Bank Holiday weekend coming up if this is right. The position of the high pressure has changed slightly, and it's also turned quite a bit cooler. So that's more evident on the upper air temperatures. Bank Holiday Monday is a cooler day, particularly evident for the north, but even in the south, it's turning cooler as well. Not as much sunshine either, so presumably there's some sort of cold front or a cloudy front moving southwards through this high pressure, bringing more in way of cloud and that drop in temperature. It's because it's pushing through high pressure, it would be a very weak front indeed, so no precipitation on it to be concerned about. So just more cloud and cooler temperatures for Bank Holiday Monday, but more or less universally dry weather throughout the whole country through the day. These are our temperatures finally for Bank Holiday Monday, so still pleasantly warm in any sunny spells. We're looking at temperatures going up to 17, 18 degrees. Because there's more cloud around and the upper air temperatures are lowering, so temperatures, particularly for eastern parts of England where we have been into the low 20s, the day before, we're down into sort of the mid-teens Celsius, but that's still around average, not too far from the early May average, and in light winds and with any sunny spells, it will feel really quite pleasant. So I think this is shaping up to be a very nice Bank Holiday weekend, actually, and I suppose after all of the miserable weather that we've had this spring, we probably deserve a bit of a break. It looks like we're going to be in for a lot of dry weather. That's the main feature, I think. Most places staying dry from start to finish. Lot of warm and sunny weather as well, particularly on Saturday and Sunday. Little bit of a fly in the ointment for Bank Holiday Monday in that it's a cooler, cloudier day, but nevertheless still really good and usable weather throughout the whole of the Bank Holiday weekend. And I think we've got this as a trend now. I think we are running with this as our trend. So I'm not expecting anything to deviate too much from this. It will be a case of pinning down the detail now over the next couple of updates, but essentially a lot of dry weather and often quite warm for this May Day Bank Holiday weekend. Looking good. Right, don't forget to check out the 2 videos on the homepage. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.